Let's talk about self-harm. What is self-harm? It's when someone purposefully engages in self-injurious behaviors as a form of release of painful emotions. These emotions can be extreme sadness, overwhelming thoughts, anxiety, frustration, amongst many other things. There are different types of self-harm, although one of the most common that we hear about is cutting. But outside of cutting, individuals can engage in self-harm by burning their skin, by piercing their skin with sharp objects such as safety pins, hairpins. Also, scratching themselves can be another form of self-harm, pulling out their hair, and a lot of other things. Some of the symptoms associated with self-harm is when you see someone rubbing their skin for an elongated period of time, trying to cause a burn, or if you see fresh wounds on someone or fresh scars on someone because they just finished engaging in those self-injurious behaviors. Now, there are many myths associated with self-harm, so let's talk about a few of them today. One of the most associated myths is that self-harm is an attention-seeking behavior. This is incorrect because oftentimes individuals engaging in self-injurious behaviors are not looking for attention from others. They are simply looking for a release, as I previously stated. Another myth is that self-harm is a suicide attempt. Self-harm and suicide, although sometimes can be correlated, this is not always the case. Individuals engaging in self-harm, they are not trying to attempt or commit suicide. They're simply trying to get things out. Another myth is that self-harm only affects youth and adolescents. Self-harm can affect individuals of any age. There is much research and data that suggests that self-harm also affects adults, older adults, middle-aged adults, and so on. Another myth is that self-harm is something that you can't necessarily see or pinpoint. This is incorrect because, again, you can look for those signs and symptoms of someone that engages in self-harm. Another symptom that you can look for is someone that wears inappropriate clothing due to the weather. So for example, if it's summer and it's 90 degrees outside and you see someone that has on a hoodie and you know they have a previous history of self-injurious behaviors, that would be one of the symptoms or signs that you can look for someone that engages in self-harm. I hope that this was very helpful for you all. And something that I also want to discuss is dealing with self-harm without shame. Being shameful about your self-harm is something that no clinician wants to see their consumers or their clients deal with, because you're not the only person dealing with these types of behaviors. One of the things that clinicians encourage people to do is to develop a safety plan. Have a safety plan between you and any individual in your life that will be able to be there for you when you feel those overwhelming emotions. Also having someone that you can call when you feel that you are about to engage in those self-injurious behaviors. Use a crisis hotline. Utilize the resources that you have available to you. I hope this was extremely helpful, and I hope that you learned a little bit more about self-harm today.